Spoil mama on the go, lighten up the road, caring heart and bubbly smile, lifting up the load. Sweet and helpful, got that cheer, every friend all year, witty spark and endless laughs, always bringing near. Every soul of soul, sailing wide, oceans calling true. Travel far to score, travel far, discover more, seas that sparkle blue. Cruising waves, the breeze in hair, trail without a map. Mom and family side by side, take another lap. Oh, my land, take us home where the wild winds blow. From Canada to distant shores, with love will always go. Oh, my land, light the night, guide us with your flame. With your spirit, we are free, never be the same.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? I see we got Danny in the chat. We got V in the chat, and we've got Roxanne in the chat. Oh, I've got a couple of those people in the basement too. So I would bring them up.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hi, Danny.
I'm here too.
Steve's there.
Hello, Steve.
Hi.
How's everyone? How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm enjoying your song. It's still in my head.
I got the long version of the on my channel page, my intro, but it was too long to put in for an intro, so this one
But
does.
when it's good, it's just good.
I need to get making some more songs. Actually, I do, but for some reason last night I could not find my files for that. So I'm not on my computer. I'm on my aunt's computer, so
No.
probably easier to find with my computer. But I did make a song up last night on Suno, so
Cheers. Cheers, Roxy. She's eating too.
Eating a cookie, yeah.
I already had some broccoli salad, and I had some peanut M&Ms. That's dinner tonight.
I got broccoli too.
And I made broccoli salad the other day, and then what day was that? Probably Monday. I just haven't got back to eating it. So that was dinner tonight.
I love that song.
So it's been a week.
Yeah. Cheers. Cheers.
I've got my aunt post-op 1 week today.
Yay.
Going over, she's at her friend Sharon's. So I go over there every day. And I usually, I'm going over somewhere between 9 and 11. Depends on the day whether I rush over or I have to do some errands. And then I'm coming home anywhere between 6:30 to 8:30, depending on what time or a worker's schedule. So
Yeah.
So she's supposed to be doing all these exercises and stuff, and she's been really tired and she's complaining about pain. Today her stomach didn't feel good. But we did get her exercises in at least once today. She did a couple of the other ones, the easier ones, a second time, but that's been a challenge. But she's getting better, and the wound was, I don't know, draining a bit, and it was going through the dressing. Not supposed to touch it unless it's, saturating the dressing or whatever. But it was going through. It's getting on her clothes. So There was a nurse yesterday checking her other wound, and I got a second opinion. So the same nurse came back today and changed the dressing on her surgical wound, and it looks good.
Nice.
But that was my worry, is underneath this dressing, because I can't see it, that it was, was it red? Was it infected? Was it swollen? Looks perfect. So
Yay, that's perfect news.
pictures for her doctor, though, to say, no, it was draining through this dressing you put on, getting on her clothing. I put three pieces of gauze, taped them over top of that area, and it was draining into that. So I was like, I was concerned, but
Yeah, when it's still a wound, you're like,
when I looked up, it was I could drain for like a week to 10 days. So I'm just happy. It looks good.
Michael, and say hi to Kyle and Troy.
Hello, Kyle. Hello, Troy. How are you doing, guys? And then I don't know if this is allergies or what, but it's driving me nuts. The poplar stuff is flying around, which triggers my allergies. I'm at my aunt's friend, and I don't know if there's something there that I'm allergic to, or I haven't had any fever or anything. Any was driven down. My throat is clear. I'm like, my voice is getting deeper and deeper, and then sometimes it's not there at all. It's barely there, and her friend doesn't hear too well. Her hearing aids aren't working well. So I'm saying something. She's going, "What? I can't hear you." I was like, "I can't talk any louder." One of us is gonna have to move closer. So you guys all that, and I'll know Cali. So over the last, I'd say, month, he's had some swollen glands, and they got a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. His eyes was draining more, like he had bad allergies or whatever. So finally, my son got around to. Well, I've been gone for a week, not really. I'm just popping in there and that. His glands are getting bigger. He's having other symptoms, so we took him into the vet on Tuesday. The urgent care vet.
Oh,
So they did X-rays. They did some blood work, and they've taken some needle biopsies from the swollen glands.
yeah.
So it's be something like a bad infection, or worst case scenario, it could be lymphoma. So we're praying it's just a bad infection. I didn't get to upload a picture of the X-ray. The X-ray had some cloudiness in his lungs, but there wasn't like anything that like really blew up, like there was a metastases or anything. But and his airway, his trachea is just a little curved, and he said that could be the swollen glands. But I'm not going to do this without it there. But everything looks good. His liver looks good. His lung or his stomach, intestines, everything looks good. But we have to wait on the 2 weeks for the report to get back from the biopsy. So that's got me concerned. My son's kind of upset about worst possible scenario outcome. I was going through my pictures of him the other day, so I made a video up of Cali. I can find it. Just a bunch of pictures. Let's see if I can find it. It's a couple minutes long, and I made up the song. Well, I didn't make up the song. Lino made up the song. It's a little different, but I thought I'd I share with Cali, share Cali with people that are new here too, because I have several new subscribers. So if you're watching, this is Cali.
Cali runs through the golden haze, chasing dreams in endless plays. Paws in the sand where the ocean sprays. Sunlight dances, that lights his way. Oh, Cali, a wanderer bold, with stories untold. A heart full of gold through mountains, rivers, valleys wide. You're our joy, our loyal guide. Forest trails he bounds so free, leaves whisper secrets to the trees. He howls at the moon, a melody, echoes of love, wild and carefree. Oh, Cali, where the stars align, your adventures are treasures divine. A guardian soul, a friend so true, every journey starts with you. Oh, Cali, a wanderer bold, stories untold, a heart full of gold. Through mountains, rivers, valleys wide, you're our joy, our loyal guide. Through forest trails he bounds so free, leaves whispers secrets to the trees. He howls at the moon, a melody, echoes of love, wild and carefree. Through forest trails he bounds so free, leaves whisper secrets to the trees. He howls at the moon, a melody, echoes of love, wild and carefree. Through forest trails he bounds so free, leaves whisper secrets to the trees. Leaves whisper secrets to the trees. Oh, Cali, where the stars align, your adventures are treasures divine. You're our joy, our loyal guide. Under the skies, twilight's glow, Cali's shadow dances a fleeting show. In every step, his spirit flows, in his eyes, the universe bestows.
Yeah, I have a lot of pictures because I don't have any grandkids. Like I have fur grandbabies, and I do photo shoots on his birthday and stuff like that.
He is very photogenic, your dog, I swear. Well, your
Yeah.
son's dog, but
Yeah, his son's dog. But he sleeps with Nana most of the time. Except right now, I guess it's been challenging because the cat, the dog, and most of them in like a double bed. So that was a rough day on Tuesday.
yeah. I'm sure it's probably not cheap because it's an emergency thing, right?
No.
Mm-hmm.
And had to put a deposit down before they would even do any tests. So at the end of the day, it was $1,800.
Crap.
Does your... I said this to Steve a long time ago. I said, if we get a pet, you should invest in pet insurance before you get the pet. And Steve was researching it. Well, what'd you come up with? What did it cover? It covered quite a few things.
It covered a lot. Un momento.
No, just top of your head.
Labs, X-rays, ultrasounds, cancer treatments, blood
But it's a
work.
monthly fee.
Yeah.
We talked about that the last June after the cat had surgery for the third time. Yeah, it'd be a wise investment
Yeah.
with insurance. They were talking about it, but at the time she wasn't working much, or was she working? I don't think she was working at all. So there was something that they had planned on doing, but you keep putting it off.
Yeah.
Crap happens, and
We age, unfortunately.
yeah, and then we have to make I'm trying to be Trevor, but when he Trevor was getting a little misty-eyed while Callie was gone to have tests, and I was getting a little misty-eyed. It was like, but, gonna wait and see what the tests say. We're afraid of worst case scenario because then
Mm,
the hard decisions have to be made, and
yeah.
because treatment they refer to somewhere in Michigan, and I know for a fact that it's mega expensive to take your cat or dog to Michigan. One of my aunt's friend's daughter took their dog to for some reason, it wasn't cancer treatment, it was something else in Michigan, and they ended up spending almost 20.
Hi, everybody. It's Monday.
Sorry.
After 2 visits to Michigan, it was $20,000, and then the dog passed away 2 weeks after the second visit.
No.
Yeah. So decisions.
You can buy a car for 20,000, Michael.
No kidding. So if it's worst case scenario, then we keep them comfortable for a while. Do we make the decision? But they didn't make the decision, and then
Yeah, day by day make the decision.
then there's more expenses. So
Yeah.
all stuff we're looking at. And I'm not asking anybody for money or anybody watching. I did put my PayPal link if anybody feels so inclined to donate towards veterans, because it would be greatly appreciated, but I'm not asking. It's just there if anybody feels that way. We'll figure things out, but before anybody asks, it's there.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, at least good news. We're still waiting, right? So that's good news. Still good news.
He's on prednisone every 12 hours. He's on doxycycline, an antibiotic, every 12 hours, and he's on, what's the other one? He's on gabapentin for pain.
God, your dog has better drugs than I do.
Yeah, but they're not covered on the drug book.
I know. I was talking to one of my people, and they were saying that they knew somebody who had high cholesterol. The doctor gave them, what everybody else gets prescribed.
Yeah.
And this person was actually reacting to it. So they gave him the alternative. The alternative was some kind of mineral, like a vitamin or a mineral. I said, well, why aren't they giving that automatically?
Because it's cheaper.
Yeah, because it was so cheaper.
Yeah. I know the drugs were over $100 because he quoted him a $1,700 and something, and then come back with the medications. He goes, well, medications it's going to be $1,800.
That makes sense.
Which
drugs are not cheap here.
Between Trevor and his girlfriend and their, I don't know, with their bank cards, credit cards, whatever, they had enough to cover most of it. And Trevor's older sibling kicked in for a little extra on there. So we'll see how things go. I'm just praying it's just an bad infection, but knowing in my heart that it's probably worse. But he was a mess when we took him. His eyes have been kind of runny for a week or two, a little more than they usually are. But when I seen him on Tuesday, his eyes were red.
Oh.
I was like, oh, you poor thing. He looked like a mess. I feel so bad for him.
And Michael, in history of your puppy came over during the pandemic.
Nope, he came over in 2017. Our Humane Society, I don't know how many times they'd done it beforehand, but went down to Mobile, Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile. Mobile.
Alabama. And it was through Coco's Lighthouse in Mississippi also worked. And they brought back 40 dogs out of a high kill shelter in Mobile, Alabama. Now you're looking at this when this brought this bunch of dogs. Cali was
No.
even a year old yet. He turned a year after he got here.
He's super smart, that dog.
So they load up in Mobile. They have a whole bunch of people that go down. They have crates for each one. They travel so far. They stop.
Yeah.
They stopped at Cocoa Lighthouse overnight. The dogs are watered and fed and given a little walk in that, and then they're loaded up. And Trevor, that was at the end of middle of May. So then the kid here, they're quarantined for 2 weeks. They're tested for everything. They make sure their shots are up to date. They're microchipped. And then it's the first week of July. July 1st, Trevor ended up in emergency hospital with a really bad throat infection. So he's feeling crappy. So the next couple days later, he goes, "Can we just go to the Humane Society and look at the dogs?" He's been wanting a dog. So we can go look. Well,
What can
that
I say?
was the 4th of July. By the time we come out of there, we were going back on the 5th, and he adopted Cali. Cali was in one pen, and there was a really, really cute little husky puppy in the other one. I like the husky puppy, but Trevor goes, "There's a waiting list for that one. There's nobody for Cali here." So his full name was California. Trevor shortened it to Cali instead of changing his name. So, okay.
That's why I never take V to the Humane Society, even if she wants to look. There's no chance in that.
That makes me cry because I want to bring them all home.
I know. There was all kinds of them there. During the pandemic, with the borders being closed, they were bringing groups of some down from either Northern Ontario or was it one of the territories? It's North something,
Yeah.
which were a lot of husky mixes.
Huskies are loud.
They like to chat. They can have their own show.
They're not good to have in a residential area. You're gonna piss off the neighbors.
Yeah.
They're very dramatic too.
Yes, they are.
Oh, are you leaving me? Oh,
My cousin's son out in BC has a husky mix, I think it is, but Rosie, and she's very dramatic. She's an outside dog, but it's like whoa, whoa, whoa.
When we get neighbors that say your dog has been outside, you're being mean to it, call the FBI. And
that's a husky.
yeah, but some people don't know that, right? And then they call the SPCA, right? One of the YouTubes was, "Hey, you need to come in. The lady next door thinks that you're too cold."
And he's like, "Oh, I'm standing outside."
They're
Huskies are meant to be outside.
Yeah.
All
They
those
have
dog
oil.
types are meant to be outside.
Mm-hmm.
They've got oil in their fur that helps them keep them warm. Right?
Plus, it's genetic in their brain. They know.
Yeah,
go
of course
outside.
they do.
Oh, there's one that really cute one that lived down the street from us when we had the house. Friends of ours had a husky mix. His name's Timber. But he's got like a darker ring of color around the one eye, and he's so cute. I drove down the street because I cut through sometimes down the old street, coming over here to my aunt's, and went by it was like, oh, they're still living there, and Timber's looking out the window.
Aww.
I was like, oh, cute. I'd like to go visit him. Then I got this little yappy thing here, but she's being good right now, sleeping. So
Can I tell you a funny story? When I went for my godson's confirmation, his mom goes, I gotta show you these new builds and stuff. And I was like, okay. And she goes, tell me what you see. There's a brand new fence that's built. And out of those fence, there's these big round clear circle things popping out. And they're pretty low. They're not very high. And then you see there's one here and then there's one kind of. I was like, what are those? She goes, those are doggy view, like doggy peepholes in the fence. And they have two dogs. So one's a little lower, one's a little higher.
Cute.
And at the fence, because it's a long fence, they had like 3 sections. I was like, oh, so the dogs are like, oh, I see you. Okay. I still see you. Okay. And the dog just puts his face in this little, like, it's so cute.
It's like Garfield,
Yeah.
but with a nose.
Steve, the
Wow.
last time my wife went to look at puppies, we ended up getting one for 12 years until she passed away.
What, your wife?
Busby's telling you that.
Oh,
No,
And now they have Oscar Mayer Wiener.
now you have my cousin.
her.
Yeah, Oscar Mayer Wiener. I call him my cousin. He's probably related to me somehow genetically.
We love our wiener dogs.
You know what I found? I found in the basement this bag that was in my car, my previous car. It's almost been a year, so I decided to open this bag. I found gift cards for Starbucks, 2 of them. We got the LCBO, so my clan, you're getting a free LCBO card. So just so you know. We got some Williams. We got some downtown shopping bucks. I was like, plus we got a 50. So I opened the bag and made myself $300.
Shopping spree.
I was like, it pays not to open the bag at Christmas. Just give it a time. And Steve goes, I need money. I said, yeah, I got 50. Here you go. So yeah, I'm like,
Oh,
Steve Busby calls his dog Butthead Puppy.
the butthead puppy.
He butts heads.
I call mine Stains.
Shut up. We saw a cute little wiener dog on Monday at the food trucks. And the dog was coming over to Steve, and I was like, don't come too close, I'll just bring you home. And he just looks at Steve, and he's like, and then Steve's like, I was like, yeah, he knows where the good food is. Everybody was eating, but Steve was having fish and chips, and the dog went straight to Steve. He was like,
Wasn't having fish.
what'd you have?
I don't know.
We did have fish and
It
chips.
wasn't fish and chips.
What'd you have?
Chicken.
Oh, chicken. I thought it was fish and chips we were having.
No,
Because everybody had schnitzel, and he was like, no, I'm not
the
interested in
schnitzel was all out.
Yeah, that's why he wasn't interested in the schnitzel. You're the only person that took the chicken. Oh,
Yeah.
Oscar tried to pick up a girl in Taco Bell drive-thru last week.
What?
Oh, see? This is why I love Nisa. Nisa's like me. Puppy? Okay, come with me, puppy. I don't take chippies or squirrels or skunks. Those are 3 no-nos. Or porcupines. No. Even a hedgehog, I'm scared of those still.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
We have a skunk living in our area.
No, he's gone. He's been squished.
He's pretty big too.
He's been squished.
He's a grandpa, I'm sure of it, or a grandma.
I hate when you smell that they're in the area. It's like, oh, how close is he? Is there a spot underneath it?
But the thing is, it walks slow. It's not like a. It's like a. Dun, 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 dun. And I was like, He hears a noise, he's going to turn around fast, though, I'm sure.
So he's been peeing really frequently and has had some accidents by the doors. Trevor just messaged me and said, how's he doing? Pretty good, actually. He's still His panting is still really prevalent, but the harshness of his breathing has definitely been better.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds good.
So
Yeah, that's,
after my life, we're gonna have to borrow some of this little girl's pee pads and take them over there. We used to buy them, but Kelly decided he should shred them instead. So
so I'm gonna add my 2 Starbucks cards because I have 2 Starbucks cards. I just went to Starbucks today because I had found a card in my purse. We'll see you then.
and then Liz,
So you're finding Christmas cards,
Well, I
like
had a little bag, and all
yeah.
the cards I just put it in the bag. But I put it in my car, my old car. But then when I got the new car, the stuff from the old car didn't get to the new car. So I'm gradually going through it, and I was like, what's in this bag? There's something in this bag. I remember, don't throw the bag. I was like, so I opened it, and I was like, oh, jackpot! I was like, God told me I had to have good news because I needed some good news. So I'm like, Glenn, you got a free LCBO card. I don't know how much is on it, but
you're gonna need a few drinks, but um,
if you do an online order, I could give you the picture and you could just order it online.
my friend's my aunt's friend today. She goes, "Do you drink alcohol?" Yes, sometimes. What do you like? We'll have to get some. I was like, I'm not drinking alcohol when my aunt's here because she can't have alcohol with her pain pills.
Yeah.
We'll celebrate after when she's walking around more.
When she has no more pain pills, we'll celebrate.
Yeah.
I love your aunt's friends. They're good bad influences. I love it.
Well, she's a year older than my aunt, so she's 79 already. My aunt will be 78 next month.
So she's like, we gotta drink before we can't no more. Let's get it on.
And they've been friends since they were public school, I think. And the two of them yapping at each other. The last one, the other one goes, "No, I'm not doing that." Did you? No.
Oh God, these cards are super small.
They're hilarious together.
Man, I'm getting old. Oh, yeah,
Well, the funny part is she's vegetarian, but she was cooking meat for my aunt and I for dinner. Like,
well, at least she's one of those that can cook. I know a vegetarian that the smell just makes her ill. Like,
well, her husband passed away New Year's Day,
oh, that's sad.
so he was not vegetarian. So Jim did all the cooking of the meat or the barbecuing or whatever. But
Okay.
so the first day she did chicken. She went out and got a bunch of groceries. It's like, you don't need to worry about groceries. We can. No. So she bought a pack of 4 chicken breasts, a pack of 4 pork chops, 2 pounds of hamburger, this pack of ribs, and
Holy,
this other pack of, I think it's roast beef or something like that.
she was planning on a feast.
And then vegetables and stuff. So the first night we had chicken breasts. The next night we had pork chops. The chicken breasts were good. She cooked them in some barbecue sauce, and I checked them. But the next night I was busy with my aunt doing something, and she cooked the pork chops. They were a little overdone. The next night she made sloppy joes with manwich, and I like sloppy joes. I don't like manwich, but I had
I'm
one.
not a manwich person. No.
I had one. Callie just turned 8 in May.
Still young puppers.
The pictures with the blue blanket behind him and the fuzzy dark blue one, that was his 8th birthday photo shoot. I do have one pictures of his 5th birthday, but I don't know where they must be on my other computer or my computer.
Because every year you put a picture on Facebook about.
Well, every year I do a photo shoot, but the one year I don't know what happened. It wasn't until later that I did the photo shoot for. I thought it was probably his 5th birthday, so it wasn't on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But I have it on my laptop. So
Yeah, he's still young.
Yeah, I've done a photo shoot every year since he was 2. He was 13 months old 13 months and 12 days when we got him, I
Oh,
believe. So, and he was very food motivated, so he was very easy to train.
look what Steve found in the cupboards.
I
Put a
wanted
line in it. Crackers. It's cracked though. Like,
no, no.
but it's okay. I'm gonna stuff it with some. Do you know those wrapping paper you put in the bags, the fluffy paper?
Yeah,
I'll put some green, lime green in it, and I'll be like, look at the cup.
it's up on my shelf behind my stuff at home, my cruise stuff.
It fell on the edge of the table, and it fell. And I tried to grab it, and then it bounced, and then that's. I should have just let it fall. It would have been fine, but I was like,
Well, you could put seashells in it too if you're out and collecting seashells.
oh yeah, I do have some seashells.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, on the bottom, yeah.
That'd be cool. I got a lot of seashells from Galveston.
So I was gonna say we have seashells from
Well,
Gallup.
I got them strung up on a piece of driftwood.
I just left it in a little box, but I was like, oh my god, I could display it in it, and that's from Galveston too. So in my head, it's like the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not getting into talking about cruising though right now because all the stuff that came down the pipe yesterday. I was like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that today.
Nope.
My,
Oh,
phone, my phone got blown up enough by it last night and this morning.
yeah.
There's good and bad, so we'll just leave it at a later date.
But Michael Ann, I looked at my phone, my little thing, and it says my countdown. Did you know that in 34 days it's your birthday? I'm just saying. It's on my phone. It's on my phone.
No, really.
34 days, you're what?
It's Michael Ann's birthday.
And
Um,
Amy's.
And Amy's.
So 33 days to Meg's.
And Meg's. Jeez. Like the triplets. Jeez.
And 30 something days till V's.
Yeah. Plus 6. So 40.
And probably 20 something to Roxy's.
Yep, mine's the 12th.
Oh, yeah. 12? So that's
Yeah.
23 days.
I started to really when that thing came up saying $80 something or 70 something for Canada. I started to go look. I said, well, I'm not going to Canada, so why do I need to go look? But I went and looked, and I don't remember what the date was you could go for that, but I said, that's a good deal.
Go say, speaking of Texas, got my Bucky shirt on.
I got my tie-dye shirt.
I don't know where mine went. They're got to be buried in one of my closets when I was reorganizing.
I said to Steve, I think I'm going to clear out the basement again, and I'm going to put all my clothes in the basement. That's it. I'll just call it done.
I got clothes at
Okay.
home, I got clothes here.
Because that's exactly it. Because of my levels, I was like, clothes. I was like, if I just leave it in the basement, it's just
Or the duffel bag to that suitcase that you gave me. I brought that over, and then a few days later, I brought my dirty laundry over to that. So I've got piles of clothes that won't fit in my duffel bag, but it's like,
question.
Yeah.
Did you pack your packing cubes?
no.
See, that's why. If you had packing cubes, everything would have fit.
Sometimes I would have to go through and find my other. Where are they? Oh, they're in the one. No, they're not in my small suitcase. Where are they in? Because my aunt used the small suitcase to go to the hospital. The big one I had to toss because it was falling apart and the cat peed on it. I don't know where packing cubes. Their packing cubes are in with something other suitcase stuff or something.
The guy was like, I miss you. I just wanted to let you know. Busby goes, I wore my tie-dye shirt yesterday. Woohoo!
I have to find mine before M25.
I'm on I think I'm gonna try tie-dyeing a black t-shirt with some Javex or some vinegar or something. I don't know.
The reverse, like the bleach thing.
Mm-hmm.
The spray bottle with bleach. You can put something down and spray. And Those look cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I have plain black shirts, but I have plain black shirts that I wear for LARP. That'd be cool to make a design to go on that.
Well, I'm looking at a pair of jogging pants because I was like, that'd be cool.
And I'm just thinking that'd be cool to put something shaped that's LARP related and spray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen people do the black shirts, and when they get through and they undo it from the Clorox bleach,
Mm-hmm.
you sometimes you see a purple look, and sometimes you see a blue look because of the dye, whatever they did the blue black with. It don't always come out seeing a little bit of black. You
And it
see
depends on
something.
how much concentration you put to it makes it.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to think, like, for children it'd be faster, but it's bleach. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
It's like one of those.
Are there? Where was I? It was a Dollar Tree that had some different tie dye stuff. Find one that's a spray bottle type thing that we can.
Mm-hmm. Well, I bought just the dye to put in the squirt bottles to try it. I still haven't tried it yet, but I still haven't finished painting my crocodile plate neither. So I only have so much time in a day.
I got some stuff around here to fix too for my aunt. To find some crazy glue. She's got a little, so like looks like the shape of a teapot, but it's like a flat down thing that you can put your tea bag on.
Okay.
That's for a little tea set. Look, it was broken. And
I know.
when I cleaned up her tea set, well, when I reorganized this place, you got me over here helping you out. I'm just like I'm reorganizing everything because it's just driving me nuts. I didn't think I was type A, but so there's a little thing to that tea set. She has a little set of the little Christmas decorations. They're moose and they have gold antlers. Well, the one antlers was
Getting that shit.
in her.
It's like my antlers from Horizon too. There's one little antler.
And then she had a picture over here, and there were birds on a stick, but in behind it had like something was print on the paper, but then the glass was over top of that, and then they had stuck like beach glass to be each of the birds.
Gotcha.
Well, this dog has a toy. See there, don't.
Butt shots. Shh, people. I got people's attention in the chat. What? What does he say?
Don't look. You're not looking at this. You're not looking at this. She has this little toy.
Gotcha.
I know it's called a wubba, or yeah, you see
Oh,
it.
look at that. She's like, that's
This
my
is-
toy.
This is her favorite toy.
Mhm.
I haven't been able to find them anywhere. Go get it then. But I hit through it the one day a couple weeks ago, knocked this picture down and broke the glass. So
No, no.
I'm just gonna go get a 5x7 frame picture frame from the dollar store and just take the glass out. But I'm gonna have to take the beach glass off and glue it onto that. So
Yep.
there's a few of my to-do things before she comes back. And I've been cleaning, except for the floor in here. I want to clean before my cousin comes back.
Yeah.
The floor gets kind of gross because the floor is cold. So my aunt, when she's here, wears her shoes. I would wear my shoes. It's kind of gross. So I went barefoot the one night. I went to go to bed, and my feet were black, and I was and it feels kind of gross. So yeah, time to wash the floor. That'll be tomorrow or Saturday because my cousin comes back on Sunday, weather permitting.
And the weather we're having is so friggin' hot.
So, well, I guess because of the cold air up there, and then we get the cold water, and they get the warm air. Then they got fog, so that creates a havoc. Then she goes. I don't know if her trip home is kind of exactly the way she went up. She went from London to Edmonton, then Edmonton to Yellowknife in the Northwest Territories, and then Yellowknife to Joe Haven, I think.
Wow.
I don't know if she was back this way or. We bought pig ears for Cali. He didn't like them.
Yeah, it's a thing. Some dogs do and some don't.
And one of no, the one I had before, Mia, Chloe. Chloe loved them. Chloe kind of looked like Mia, but I think
That's what I don't get. Some dog like, is it just a taste thing or is it a smell thing? I don't get it.
I don't like the smell of them. When during COVID, we'd go to the farmers market and they had roasted bones that you could buy for your dogs.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of those. They're messy.
Yep.
And Kelly would rather play with rope toys.
Every dog has its thing. Like,
Yep. But hers is this Wubba. She calls it Wubba. I don't know if that's the name brand of it or but she wants you to play.
does it squeak or is it just like
Well,
rubbery?
it's hard like a Kong. She has a little Kong too that she'll pick up once in a while, but she prefers her Wubba.
Okay.
No, we don't do pork bones.
Yeah.
A couple times Callie has had chicken, but he's had raw chicken. Those bones are supposed to be safer, but I don't like it because he just makes a mess with it. And then one day, it was interesting, both Callie and the cat got a hold of chicken wing bones.
Oh.
Because
Oh.
a certain person, not wasn't my son, left their chicken bones sitting on their plate downstairs. Luckily, nothing happened there.
Yeah, we don't give bones to Candy, and she don't like pig ears. I tried those at one time. Well, we tried them when she was about 9 years old. Someone gave her one, and I think they were just too hard for her.
My neighbor at the other end of the complex has given Callie some T-bones after they've had steak. That's about the only bones he's had in the last while. And that was a few months ago.
My clan, Kung Wubba, is actually a Kong. Yeah. They called Wubba. I didn't even know that. I just learned something.
Yeah. She's got the little red Kong. Callie had a little red one, then we got a bigger black one. She's got a basket full of toys. And the red Kong she'll pick up if she can't find the Wubba. The other. She's laying here with the Wubba in front of her face. She used to breathe to me when I'm on the toilet. It was like, oh, play with me now.
Yeah.
You got to reach for it to take it out of her mouth, and she's like, "Arr." But she teases you. She'll come close and
She's like, come on, come play with me. Come play with me.
what? I see you wagging your tail. I can't throw it if you don't bring it over.
You gotta let go of it.
It's over there. I can't throw it. Don't paw me. I took you out. I gave you your food and all that. You'll go see who's upstairs. Go see.
I think it's $20. What can you buy at $20 at LCBO? I think it says $20.
Well,
It's
in the pictures in there, it shows Callie with I don't know, it's a weird a weird three-shaped thing. Like it stuck out. Yeah, it was kind of it had three things sticking out of it. And it was supposed to be 9 out of 10 on the scale of toughness.
Wow.
It lasted 25 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
I guaranteed it. I took it back to PetSmart. Like, do you want your money back or do you want to exchange it? So I'll exchange. I went and got the Kong ring that Duke and
Dookie has, yeah.
Sometime have.
Yeah.
And he still got that. And then
Yeah, some dogs just like,
in the what? Also in that.
well, that's what I'm saying. A 20 is a 20.
In that group of pictures, there's one with a red. It's like a plastic or rubber type ball. It had a tennis ball inside. He ripped that apart too.
Does he like the Kongs that you put the peanut butter in? Like that?
Yeah. That's why we put peanut butter or yogurt. Put yogurt in and freeze them.
Or even the pumpkin.
I used to make them. I didn't do them this year. Pumpkin peanut butter treats.
Mm,
And Nat made him some frozen ones that had, I don't know whatever was in that, but they were supposed to be good for his breath and whatever.
a little bit of peppermint.
I don't know. You like those too?
Is there something that Cali doesn't like in food
Um,
that you've
I
offered
don't
him?
know.
Because that dog doesn't seem very picky.
He loves broccoli. He used to eat carrots too, but he's so on those. And I forget what she gave him one day that he really liked.
It's funny.
So other times he takes stuff and he little mouth it in the bed.
It's funny you say carrots because one of my coworkers, when I peel the carrots, because she knows I wash them and everything, and then I peel them, and I wash back my carrots, and she takes the carrots home for her dog. So the carrot peels, right? So it's not choking hazard or whatever. So she gives it to her little puppy, and the puppy's like little treats.
He likes meat. He'll eat rice. I used to make mixed rice and pumpkin and chicken when we had an upset stomach. After he had
Yes.
a piece of taco meat that he had poops for a week. That was not fun.
Nope. Busby, did you give her a thumbs up? Because it just still says on my phone, it says one thumbs up only, and that was me. I don't know. Do I have to refresh my page? Let me refresh my page. How do I refresh my page?
Not having a vehicle for the longest time. I used to take Cali out to PetSmart and let him sniff around. That you only peed on the floor once there.
My God, everybody's live right now. What is this?
I know.
All of a sudden, it's like bing, 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 bing. I was like, whoa.
I don't know who's live. I haven't checked mine in a while.
We missed Van Life Plus. He just finished his live. I was like, what is this? Everybody's live. I'm like, that's why all these red things are on my phone. I was like,
I usually put Matthews on at night and watch his stuff.
yeah. So Busby, 20 is a 20. I agree, but it's LCBO 20. Come on.
Yeah, these old travel is live.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
So is Susie. Susie's live. Vizo's live.
I'm doing my regular thing.
Yep, that's what I was like. Sorry, Michael. I just noticed all these things. I was like,
No, it's
because I was trying to figure out how to refresh your channel, like your videos. So
I did the 6 p.m. thing for a longest time.
Now it says 6. That's why I was like, why is it not refreshing?
Like I did a live this afternoon at 2:00. After I got off my live, I heard a ding, but I didn't hear the other 3 dings. And there were 2 other people on at 2:00. It's me. And one of them is from my side, nobody knows. And then the other one was Scotty J. And I said, well, if I'd known Scotty J was going to be on, I wouldn't have went live. But you know, you got to do what you got to do when you can.
Yeah.
Can't follow everybody's footsteps. Like, okay, you'll be at midnight saying, oh, I can go live now. Everybody's asleep.
Yeah, but don't forget, your midnight is somebody's 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, wherever they are. So
Yeah.
Stop scratching.
When I go live around 1:00, I usually get my friends from Africa on.
when she goes live, I'm not on my break, and I was like, every time I try, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Right now, being at my aunt's friends, it's like they're watching all their shows, and I'm kind of bored stiff, but I can only watch so much on my phone, and it's like, oh, gotta plug my phone in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went live and a couple people, there were 3 people on, but I was reading my TikTok people who text me, hey, beautiful, hello, Roxanne. And one of them says, do I know you? You look very familiar. And the other one said, did we go to school together? And I'm going, I don't know any of these people.
When they say, do they know you? You're like, yeah, I'm the most beautiful girl on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, you do know me. That's all you have to say. And then they'll be like,
Well, one person says, "You look like I've known you for a long time," and his last name, I said, similar to our family, one of our family's last names. I said, if that's the family last name, you're a cousin.
no. I don't even know all my cousins.
Distant cousin.
But I'm having a family reunion, so maybe I'll learn more cousins. Hi, Jeremy.
Me. I'll come in.
Hey, Jeremy.
I gotta pinch his cheeks because he's got his cute hat on again.
We haven't had family reunion since Trevor was.
Mine was the 90s, so that's why I was like,
Well, Trevor was born in '98. I remember them there being one that year because I got a picture of my grandfather, my dad, and both of my boys. So it was like 3 generations.
Busby, if I ever meet you, you'll know.
We haven't had a family get together since the year after my grandmother died, and I went to my aunt's house, and then we had a falling out, and my mom, is not able to go anywhere, so we just nobody's asked,
I know we had one in '98. I don't know if we had one after that. I'd have to look through pictures in their kids' albums. But
Long time ago.
we used to get together every couple months growing up for celebrate the birthdays. We were in that couple months, and then cousins grew up and they were moving away and stuff. So we went to the once-a-year family reunion until late '90s, I guess.
But
Now it's only weddings and funerals.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I said. I was like, I don't want to do another funeral or whatever. I said, we need to just get together. And like our aunts and stuff are in their 70s, so they don't want to travel. So I said, well, how about us cousins meet and then, we can video chat with them and stuff. And so it's kind of, but one of my cousins is taking care of my aunt. And she's taking a turn for the bad. So I was like, oh, no, that's not good.
Is it Maddie or McKenna out there? Who do you think?
one of my cousins and I were talking about, on my dad's side of the family, getting together and going on a cruise. So, I need to talk to them again. But now is, what cruise ship do you choose? If you're going for, I've always, been a cheapskate. I go for where the sales are. So, not really looking at
most bang for your buck.
Yeah, I'm not looking at if I'm going to get something, for going, but I am in a way, but yeah.
Punta Cana sounds really good right now. I'm just saying. Cuba, Punta Cana.
I'm thinking Cuba.
Wherever you want to bring me, I'm down for it.
You can fly right from Canada to Cuba.
I'm down. I'm all around. I'm down.
Well, when I win my millions off of these contests that I enter before, I said I'm gonna win my millions for Billy is,
I'm hoping I get the gold ball. Oh, my scratch ticket.
Well, there's a contest everybody can do now if you have Cheetos in your state.
Yeah, but we're not in a state. We're in a province. So.
Well, in your country, in your state, in your county, and whatever. If y'all sell Cheetos, not the puffs, the regular Cheetos, right now it was sports theme until today is a break, and tomorrow they'll announce the next theme. So I sent my picture in, to the Cheeto Hunt game. I sent my picture in. So we're just got to wait and see who wins the $10,000 this week.
I see Danny entered Carnival Cruise Addicts into a contest. The voting starts the end of June for best couple or something.
Never heard that one.
And the winner, they win, they get, I forget how much money, and they're planning to split it between. But they said they're going to split the winnings between Helping Hands and Danny's
That would be fun. That would be so much fun.
If I want big money, I would definitely be donating to stuff like that, paying off some family debts, and then travel.
You gotta keep some for travel, no matter what.
Yep.
Yep. Hey, how many days till I'm 25?
I don't know. I'm sure you have the countdown.
No, it's deleted for some reason. Oh God, let's do this again. September.
But did y'all ever figure out when?
I'm sorry, you froze there.
Did you ever figure out when I could come to Canada?
91 days is for. I'm 25. 91 days. 91 days is not under 100. Whoa. Depends what do we want to do. There's a few weeks that we're all over because we're traveling. I have my family reunion, and Steve has his family reunion.
Why don't you slam the door a little harder?
Mm-hmm.
Shake my head at those girls.
That's my name. Shake my head.
Slam the door up there.
Okay, Michael Ann, I need to go.
I gotta go too because I gotta take pee pads over to my place.
Kyle, we'll see you at M25.
Everybody go over to Scott's
Yeah, that's what I said. Scott is
Thursday
live.
at
Susie's
8
live.
o'clock.
Everybody's live.
So in case you missed the Cali video, I'll play it again.
I'm going to cry again.
Well, you can leave. You don't have to watch it.
Okay. I can watch it on the replay like I do.
Good night, all, folks. Thanks for coming.
Cali runs through the golden haze, chasing dreams and endless plays. Paws in the sand where the ocean sprays. Sunlight dances, that lights his way. Oh, Cali, a wanderer bold, with stories untold, a heart full of gold. Through mountains, rivers, valleys wide, you're our joy, our loyal guide. Trails he bound so free, leaves whisper secrets to the trees. He howls at the moon, a melody, echoes of love, wild and carefree. Oh, Cali, where the stars align, your adventures are treasures divine. A guardian soul, a friend so true, every journey starts with you. Oh, Cali, a wanderer bold, with stories untold, a heart full of gold. Through mountains, rivers, valleys wide, you're our joy, our loyal guide. Through forest trails he bound so free, leaves whispers secrets to the trees. He howls at the moon, a melody, echoes of love, wild and carefree. Through forest trails he bound so free, leaves whisper secrets to the trees. He howls at the moon, a melody, echoes of love, wild and carefree. Through forest trails he bound so free, leaves whisper secrets to the trees. Leaves whisper secrets to the trees. Oh, Cali, where the stars align, your adventures are treasures divine. You're our joy, our loyal guide. Under the skies, twilight's glow, Cali's shadow dances a fleeting show. In every step, his spirit flows in his eyes.